to you, 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 Let's do it. All right. Well, thanks for showing up. We're gonna just jump right in. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the color I need. I'm gonna have to paint it. So, it's a little disappointing, but that's okay. We will just paint it up. And so I'm gonna just grab up some clay out of here. Ooh. Be about like that. We'll just use our best guesstimate. This. Welcome, welcome. I want to get the dough and we're just gonna knead it a little bit. Let's go ahead and knead it because it's dough. Dough, you got the dough. So we're gonna make a full pizza and cut it into 6 pieces and make 3 pairs of earrings. Okay? I really need like a rolling pin, to roll it out. I know I used something before. Maybe if I just use a Sharpie. Then we can get it like as round as possible. Kind of. And I think that, how am I going to get it level? Okay, so to get it level, we're going to take, we need 2, maybe 2 different pins. Hi! That are the same size. Do I have 2 of the exact same? Because then I can put, no, I don't want it that thick. This would be way too thick. But that would be a good roller. Let's switch to that because it's completely flat. And then we need Is that too thick? Need one on each side. That's too thick. So what am I going to use here? I could take this and cut it in half. That'd probably be about right. I'll just take this and break it. Hi guys. Okay. So here's our, so I've got these two, and this will make it so that it's level when I take the marker, because I can push down, and then this will keep it from going a certain amount. But it's sticking. I normally would use, all right, so what I'm going to do is find something round and cut it out. Yeah, normally I would be using like a glass, like I have like a, I still have this. It's like a pie plate, but it's got lots of stuff in it. And it needs cleaned out. See, I've got a bunch of other projects in here. Yeah. And I need, let's just get this going first, and then we'll worry about that part. Because now I need something about like that. So maybe like a little jar or a lid. And we can cut out our okay, so we've got this little cup. I'm just going to turn upside down here. And there we go. And then I'm going to try and see if I can easily pull some of this up. That wasn't too bad. And then if I can fairly easily pull this up without getting all crazy about it. I really need to go find my, I gotta get my, I have a ruler that I use. Let me grab it. I really could use like a piece of plastic too. Okay. So I found this little tool. And then here's my ruler. We're going to see if the ruler will do it. It might. I think this is going to be better if I pull up all the edges, because it's really stuck. Then when I go around and pull up all the edges, then we can kind of form the edge of our crust. Yeah. And then I can sort of lift that a little bit. And maybe I can just pick it up. I really need a that's perfect, actually. I'm gonna turn it upside down. This is pretty ugly right now, but the whole point here being that I need a glass thing. I need something glass or a thick piece of plastic go underneath, because it's sticking to that. We don't want it to stick. Okay. So I've got, we're gonna use this leftover from where we cut out for our toppings. And this is one of those plastic cutting boards. This will work perfect. And so now what we need here is, and I'm kind of thinking about the fact that I really need it to be in individual pieces, but let's put the cheese on it. And then, so I'm gonna move this over. Probably need to pull this back a little bit. There we go. Hi guys. So cheese is gonna be, you know, like white with a little bit of yellow color. And so I'm gonna go ahead and open this, and I need to find a little box to keep this in so that these stay good, because this will actually dry out. So for our pizza, I'm taking this yellow and white and see where we come out here. Looks like I'm gonna need more white. That's way too yellowy. We could do a tie-dye pizza. That would be cool. But we're gonna try to just be traditional here. And then I'm gonna have to, with the crust, that's way too yellow. I'm gonna have to do like a watercolor with some tan for like the browned cheese. So this will be fine for what it is. I think though that we're gonna go ahead and roll it. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's not what I want. It's too yellowy. Isn't that, is it too yellow? It's way too yellow for cheese. What happens if I add this other type of clay to it? Does it ruin it? I don't know. Let's just see what happens if we mix the two types of clay together. Because we've got one air dry type and another is just like modeling clay. Not exactly air dry, but not exactly, like, neither one of these are ones that are baked. So okay, so let's just see what we get here. We've got our two, so this will help keep it level when we roll it out. And I'm just taking it into my fingers right now because it's the edges you want to be imperfect, because cheese assembly is an imperfect thing. That's really, really thick is what I'm realizing. But honestly, this is part of the reason that I'm thinking that maybe I should go ahead and cut the slices, because I need to take this and this will go on the inside for the earrings. So if I kind of take and bend this into a triangle, then I'm on my way to an earring, because that way it's already sandwiched in there when I put the cheese on. So I'll have my triangle here already, and then so the main thing for these is that I don't really need this, but I do need for this part to connect to an earring. So here's our little earrings. So I'm going to go ahead and take, and these are see how they're rounded? So these are rounded pliers. So if I take and bend like this, I get that round that I need so that it can connect to the earring. And with these, we're just going to keep it fairly basic. I'm going to go ahead and prepare 6 of them so that they're exactly the same, and that's what I recommend. So take your tip there, try to get it about the same amount around, and then an easy way to see if they're similar is just set them next to each other. See how those are completely different? Yeah, so what we're gonna do is take this one and we're not gonna fuss about it too much because this is gonna be 2 different sets of earrings. So just as long as that I have pairs that are similar, and this is just the shaping part of it, so it's totally fine. But I do want to try to have pairs that are very, very similar. So right now we have 3 that look completely different. So we're gonna hope that we do better on this one. So going all the way around and around. And so that one is pretty similar to that one. Just taking and squeezing that down. And let's see. Okay. And these ones are a little bit bigger, so I'm going to start it right here, kind of in the middle. And that one's got the thing cut off, so we're not going to use it. Just so that we know that they're the same. So take this, and I'm kind of just seeing, does that look similar? Is this one similar to this one? Kind of aligning both of them like this. Is that similar? One looks longer than the other. So we're gonna take this, and I think this one is curled a little more than it has to be. So we're gonna let that up just a little bit. Okay, so now those are very similar. And they're similar length. And then this one is very curled. So I'm going to start very, like right here, and curl. And these look really nice if they're curled even further, but I need to make a triangle with them. So we almost got this one prepared. And those actually, that one's a little more curled. So let's take and curl that in a little bit more. Now that we have those, that one's still a little more curled than I want. So these are going to be, you want these in the middle. So really, if I take this and just kind of round it, that really is going to do what I need, like that. So we just got like a paper clip looking thing going on here. So we'll place them, then we'll put the cheese on. They don't have to be exact, and they can be adjusted like again too. But it's best to get them as close as you can because they're going to be a pain in the butt to try to make any different after they're already in the pizza. Okay, so okay, so we've got like some paper clip looking things going on here, and these are going to serve as the posts for our pizza earrings because this is going to connect to this, and that is what we're going for. All right, so I'm going to try to put the ones close together. So I'm going to put the pairs close because as much as we'd like for them all to be completely the same, the other reality is that if we have pairs that are similar, that's the idea. And before I do any of this, I'm going to take my little tool here and push the edges in, because when we pulled that up off of the table, we want to get the edges kind of rounded a little more. And like I said, it's a pizza, so it can be imperfect, but you do want to have the whole thing secured. Okay, so right now our cheese is way too big, so I'm just going to tear some of the edges off until we get something roundish. Oh shit. And if this were going to be a full pizza rather than just the cheese, I'd probably let it be an art piece and leave that chunk off of there. But because we really need to have, I'm doing 6 slices that, and see, this is gonna end up getting painted like a crust color, and then this will get some like brown pieces, like a little bit of tan for the actual cooked part. And so I'm gonna put this down here. Can you guys see? Is the lighting okay? Is it pixelated? So I'm just doing the same thing with this. I'm just securing the edges. I'll turn it this way. Secure the edges. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. I'm gonna actually turn it this way because we're gonna put the toppings on top of the cheese. And now I'm going to lay my earrings, actually, these actually need to go in here. This. So we're just gonna try to feel it out. Just have it go kind of like that there. We can push down. Okay. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some guidelines to cut it so that we have that approximated size, even if I just kind of press down like this, so that we have like an initial guideline. Then we're doing 6 pieces, so okay, now here's our next one. I need to pull this up. Okay. Gotta be careful because we already got quite a lot of time into this. And okay, slow down. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to press down a whole lot. Actually, maybe the smooth part, maybe the other side's a little bit rougher. So here's our next piece. Just gonna applicate straight on in there. Perfect. Press down on that a little bit. That's what's causing it to stick, is because I'm pressing down for that, but we'll just pull it right back up. Okay. Now we have these two, and for the earrings I'm making the ones that match similar. So I'm making them face each other. So we'll go this way. And I want to put a little more crust down there. I may actually put a whole nother crust all the way around. But there we go. And anybody who's watching, could you let me know if that it is pixelated? Because sometimes it becomes pixelated. oh crap, and see what happened here is it came through on the back. And we'll just kind of patch it up a little bit with another little piece like this. There, good enough. This is pretty sticky, so I'm gonna move this down. That part's sticky. Just like a plastic bag would probably help. Okay, so this one goes here. So see, these are, I'm making these so that they face each other. So that in the end, that whenever that they're in someone's ears, that they will complement each other instead of, so that they're quote unquote even. Okay. So that they are mirror to each other. Okay, here we go. We've got one more after this, and then we've got our these will connect to our earring hooks. And so I'm just gonna check the back. We did have this one go through a little bit. We'll just give it a little patch. It'll be fine because it's going through the rest of it. So that'll be fine. So we'll patch it up just a little bit. We can patch this up a little more later too. Maybe even put a whole another really, really thin layer. Probably not, but we could. I will want to go back and texture this though. So we've got some time to make sure we get some of the details, because this won't dry immediately, but it will dry in a day. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, by the way. I'd love to have you subscribe. Come back and check out what I'm making next time. Here's a hint. What's this? There's your hint. Okay, so now that we have all of our pins in, or the things that go to our earrings, I'm going to go ahead and open these just so that you can see one next to it. So that you can see the direction that we're going here, so that you understand what we're doing. So we've got a six-piece pizza. Like, who doesn't like a piece of pizza, you know? And this will hang from here. So here's your hook. And then, so that'll connect this way, like this. And then you'll have your pizza. Are you excited? Okay, we're gonna check the back and see we got this one coming through. So let's just make our little patch it up a little bit. We can press down on this a little bit because we just have the cheese down on the other side. It's not got the toppings yet. So I think that maybe we'll do, I don't know, drop in the comments, what should we use as toppings? Pretty little darling. Okay, there we go. How you feeling about this? I'm excited. I'm actually going to take a piece of clay, some of these yellow scraps. I think I'm going to need to put it somewhere so it doesn't dry out. Actually, there's not that much left. But there's enough that I'm gonna find a little box. I don't have a box just yet, so we're just going to put it in a Ziploc bag for now. So we've got a brand new package of opened clay with all of our colors. By the way, if you just come in, here's our pizza. Thanks. What the fuck was that? Needs to be thinner. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep together the ones that are the pairs. So these are a pair. And honestly, I still want to do my crust. It could be like stuffed crust. Stuffed crust. Let's put it on there. Oh, it's not big enough yet. No. It might be too dry. Let's dry it out. Don't dry out. What's up, guys? How you doing? Let's go down, down, down. Okay. So there's our crust. Our stuffed crust. Okay. pizza. How cool is that? Do you love it? I do. I'm going to turn them upside down so they aren't so sticky. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. We got our 6 pieces of pizza here. And we need a break because I need to make a coffee. I've got a few little pieces of dough here. Dough, not dough. Pieces of dough. It's funny. Pieces of dough. Pieces of clay. And we're going to make a coffee. And then we're going to come back and we're going to finish our earrings. And we have to do it today because they will dry fast. And I want to make sure that I get the toppings put on before they dry. Otherwise, I will be gluing them on. Who likes glue on their pizza dough? Okay. Okay. So, let's see. What are we doing here? We're going to have a coffee and a banana. By the way, thanks for hanging out. I hope you're as excited as I am. What an adventure. All right. That's bananas. By the way, I think a banana would be really cool earrings too. I think if I add a little bit of tan to Mod Podge, that'll do really good cheese, like melted cheese. I'm on a budget, so if you'd like to donate to my cause or buy a pair of pizza earrings, or if you'd like to donate and like for me to make something other than what I'm making, I'd be glad to do that here too. Also, I like to cook. So if you'd like for me to cook something, I got a little dono board. Yeah, back to school. A dono board for $2. Okay, so here's our, we're gonna make a goal. Let's say $30. Donation goal. For food. To cook. Or craft supplies. You can't see that very well, can you? Let's erase it. Craft fund. And then I'll write your name on the board. And you can be in the driver's seat. I don't have my thing in here, so I can't set it properly. So here's our donation goal. Goal, 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 goal. And then I know this is a lot more fun for you guys if your name shows up on my board. So, okay. Let's do this. We're gonna start making crafts as much as possible. I'm so excited to get started. So we're making pizza earrings in light of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because there's something about pizza that I never knew before. Where is my coffee cup? Take a shot of chocolate milk. We're about back to your regularly scheduled pizza making. Are you ready? I'm so excited about these pizza earrings. I'm so excited about the pizza earrings. So excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Boom, boom. Oh my goodness. My whole coffee didn't go all the way. Oh. Well, I'm just gonna have to leave it on because I'm not waiting any longer. We'll leave the coffee maker on so it can finish blasting through. Let it blast through while we make our Ninja Turtle pizza. I think that I probably need a photo. Good. Okay. So now we've got some with our stuffed crust and some without the stuffed crust. And they probably all need stuffed crust. I mean, that's the way I see it. So that's what we're gonna do. We got our coffee. Ooh. Okay. Now we got crusts, a bunch of them. Crusts. This right here. Okay. Need two more crusts. Crusts. Two more crusts. It would be so cool if I could sell these. Like, if people really want to buy them, I would love to make more of them. I really like doing this. Like, I've been like wanting to do this so much. Maybe we could do breakfast breakfast food. There's our crusts. Okay, and one more crust. And then we'll have 3 pairs of pizza earrings. And then okay. Let's see where we're at here. Press this down a little bit. How's our crusts looking? So I'm just kind of flatten these out a little bit. So if you're watching, drop an emoji. Drop a pizza emoji. Or tell me your favorite topping. I just think mushrooms would look really cool. What is your favorite topping? Then I'm taking this and I'm putting the round on there so that it's rounded. And so if you just came in, these are our pizza slices so far. And I will take a tan with Mod Podge for the cheese, so the cheese is the proper color, so that it's, like melty cheese. I really hope the video is not pixelated. Okay, so I think that the that definitely one pair should be pepperoni, just because like classic pepperoni. And then I just think that mushrooms would look really cool. So I think mushrooms, and then maybe like a green pepper and onion. Or I could do two green pepper and onion and pepperoni. So I do pepperoni and green pepper and onion. That would be pretty cool. So I gotta make sure I keep the pairs together. So that's basically the most important thing, because in the end, that's gonna make it so that because they were like made for each other, if you know what I mean. This and this. Yes. Beautiful. Amazing. And then our crust will get the crust color too. So like these are just the base colors. And so purple and green, or green and white. I don't know. I like red onion. Just need a little tiny bit. Then a little tiny bit. And then I have like two colors of red. But this looks like more like a pepperoni red. I don't think, unless I use like the cap to something, there's not really any like a hole punch size. I think I can do it just as good with my fingers. So one of them, we're just gonna do mushroom. And then two of them, we're going to do pepperoni and green pepper and onion. And I really want to make sure that this stays. So I'm going to try to, yeah, there we go. Pepperoni. Woo-hoo. Do you like it? Does it look cool? Okay. I'm gonna push down on these pepperonis one last time. Pepperoni. Okay. And then for the red onion, I'm just doing really, really thin. This. What am I supposed to do about it? See, that doesn't help me. Well, I thank you for visiting today, and so round one of pizza is a success. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.